Thanks everyone for joining us for our latest installment of Meet Saline. Today we are with Annherst Kreitz of the Foundation for Saline Area Schools. There's some activities and a fundraiser coming up that we wanted to showcase, but in the interim, why don't you tell us a little bit about the foundation?
Well, thank you, Rick. This is exciting to be on Meet Saline. The foundation started in 1987, and what it really came out of, a lot of different things were happening within public schools at that point where a lot of the funding was being removed. So all of a sudden you have these teachers and struggling with a very, very, very small budget to do anything else in their classrooms, right? So it started as a teaching grant foundation that local people, businessmen, businesswomen came together and said, we want to raise some money in order to give back to these teachers through grant process. So in 1987 that started, and so we've been around now for 31 years, which is exciting, and over that period of time we have given over $1 million back to Saline schools. We've done it through teaching. It's totally incredible, yeah, and what an exciting number to use and see and tell people for a variety of purposes. But so I always say that teaching grants are our bread and butter. That's always what we're mainly here to do, and we do a lot of those, and we have the most creative and innovative teachers, and I'm just proud of the school district in so many ways. But the ideas that they came up with, I always say, how did you even think about this? You know, they're, oh, well, you know. So this is just the quality of the incredible teachers we have in the school district. But we also started strategic grants that kind of came out of some ideas of the administration about 9 years ago. They said, listen, we have a big project we'd like you to fund. Could you help us with that? So everything from more recent ones like the Hornet Hub, which is an innovative learning space at the high school, to years ago we did something called the Love of Language, where we were able to now at all elementary levels at kindergarten, kids are starting to learn Spanish. All right, that was something that we started with seed money that we started. At one point we did something called Read to Succeed, where we funded all the little elementary schools rooms with special books and libraries for them within their classrooms. We did something called Project Launch. We did 2 years of next-gen classrooms, so our kids are benefiting from these incredible high-tech classrooms, right, because of the foundation, and raising money for that. And then last year, the administration said, we don't have any one big thing, but here's what we'd like you to do. Can we do building grants? So each building, the administration, teachers, students, all got together and said, what do we want here? So last year was really cool because at each building, including Liberty, they all got a pretty nice size grant to do a big project here. At Liberty, we did they did the courtyard and did a very collaborative project that we all here at Liberty can use. A lot of makerspace resources at the elementary schools. A redesign of the media center at Heritage, and on and on. So that now we started building grants, and then we now have something also called district grants. So the district says we have an idea. It may not be as big as a Hornet Hub for $75,000 that we're asking for, but something smaller. But it is still considered a district. It's going throughout, and so we'll fund those. Partnership grants, which we started, where we are actually partnering with community businesses, organizations, and which is a wonderful, obviously, tool to collaborate. And then lastly, which I have to say, to me, it hits my heart, student-led grants. Last year, it was the first time that we had students at the high school come together as a collaborative group and say, we have an idea. And they wrote a grant with teacher advisors' help, and they were awarded a wonderful grant. And actually they just did one again this year as well.
It seems like you're really kind of picking up steam. So you got over 7 figures in money raised over the history of the foundation. But on your website it also says that last year you gave out over $120,000, and you're talking about some of these building grants. I think you did a total of 7 building grants, which is amazing. So we understand that you're going to take care of projects and make that happen. Well, how do you get the funds in so you can give them back?
That's right. So we have these incredible donors, right, such as yourself, that are so absolutely giving. We have a corporate sponsorship program. We have 37 corporate sponsors that give to us. So we have had, for these 31 years, we've had a lot of people that have been incredibly significant in giving very faithfully, and always obviously wanting to retain our current donors and always get new donors, right? And we do that by fundraising, and we have a few different events per year. Our two main fundraisers would be a fall kickoff that we just had in October. It's a free event, sponsored obviously by many of our corporate sponsors that pick up the cost. But we had a wonderful luncheon, and that raised over $20,000 there that day. Right, just showcasing what we do, the grants, having teachers talk, administrators talk. It was wonderful. We had Lucy Ann Lance as our special speaker. She gave a great ask, and that was wonderful. Snowblast then is our big event. This is where people are paying for tickets to come. It's coming up February 2nd, as you know. And we usually have 400 people at Travis. It's a fun party. It's a place to be for sure.
I will speak to this. We always go since we moved to Saline, which is, let me just sidetrack real quick. The reason we moved to Saline was because of the school district, and I want to emphasize the fact that the school district is great as it is, in part because of people and foundations like yours.
That's right.
And so, it is a part of a larger. Every single person in Saline benefits from the fact that our schools and the community as a whole are committed to this area. Even if you don't have school-aged children,
that's right.
It's just like kind of the cornerstone of what makes us special. But speaking of Snowblast, I got to say, last year was an absolute rise. It was an 80s theme. I had my Ghostbusters sweatshirt on. And
I barely recognized you. I remember seeing that.
Reagan Bush campaign ad. Found that on Amazon. That was easy. But what I liked is that you were seeing a bunch of people that were all there for the same reasons. It was a great night, great food, great cocktails, great entertainment. I just had an absolute blast. And then you can kind of say, it's for a good cause.
You got
so
it's for our kids.
What I would say is on this video there'll be a link so you can click to get your tickets for Snowblast, which is at Travis Point on February 2nd, which is arguably my favorite day because that's my birthday. So that's another
reason. Is it?
Oh, I'll remember Groundhog's Day.
I'll remember that.
But it's a riot. It's great. I don't know. It's going to be kind of a theme of Greatest Showman. Come as you are, or get dressed up, and you'll be amazed.
Sparkle, oh yeah, you name it. Yeah.
My favorite costume from last year was, do you know like Dr. Mike Fat?
Yes.
He was Run DMC,
That's right.
And it was spot on. It was like the best costume of the night. It was fantastic. But
it's wonderful because you can, like I said, dress any way you want, right? A period costume or not. I mean, you do anything you want. And I think, but this is going to be kind of that whole big top. We're going to turn, supposedly Jeffrey's got great ideas to turn the big ballroom into kind of a big top feel. Is that right? Is that the right word I'm talking about? Yeah. And a lot of ringmaster, costumes and things like that. But it's going to be a wonderful time, and it is. It's all for our children, and that's the reason I love to do this job, because it's all for. I have a son that graduated 2 years ago that went through Saline. I have another son that's a junior in high school. I myself as an alum. And I'm proud of this school district. And I have to tell you, I never thought I'd be back here years ago. I left after high school, went to college out of state, and never thought I'd be back in Saline. And I remember when my husband and I moved here about 17 years ago, and I said, I know the schools were good then, which is one of the reasons my parents moved us here from Ann Arbor. And my dad was a school teacher in Ann Arbor, so he took a hit for that. And I said, they've got to be better now. And little did I know. The vested, it's just the community as a whole. I always like to say we are 5th best school in the state of Michigan. We've been in the top 10 for many, many years. We have so many people that are not only alum of Saline, that are administrators and teachers, but again, people are drawn here for the schools like you and Kim. And that's exciting, right? And that makes my job easy, because I am passionate about this, right? And what it's done for my kids. Exactly, which is absolutely wonderful. But Snowblast is wonderful. It's going to be fun. We have a live auction. We have a silent auction. We have a wine pull, and we have a gift card wheel. We're going to call it kind of a little theme-esque there. It's a fun party, and we've got some great items.
So if you haven't been before, let me just kind of paint the picture a little bit. This is like the least stuffy environment ever.
That's right.
It sounds stuffy because it's at Travis Point, I'll be honest, but it honestly is like it is a riot. And the live auction, You have a real auctioneer in there. People are going crazy. I remember I got in like a bidding war over like a dental care package with Henry Fuchs, and he.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I made the mistake of telling him how high I was going to go. He wasn't even going to get it. He just wanted to like boost my bid up. So everybody's hollering all over the place, and it was just action packed. I remember Coach Harbaugh was there. He was getting in on the bidding. It was an absolute riot. So I would highly recommend it if it is something even remotely interested. Take a look at the link below the video and get your tickets. Was there anything else that you wanted to
I want to give a shout out to you and Kim and Guaranteed Rate because like last year, you gave us a wonderful live auction item. And this year, how cool. So Hugh Jackman, who obviously was in The Greatest Showman, is doing a one-man stint show coming to Detroit in the summer. You purchased tickets with VIP passes, I believe, right up in front, and that's going to be one of our live auction items. And to go with our theme is just incredible. So I'm so thankful to you and to Kim.
That's my wife. She had 16 different electronic devices all logged in, so she could get those tickets. It was hilarious. And if you even tried to talk to her, she's like, "Stop." Laptops, iPads, cell phones, you name it. It was all bad. We were there. We got it.
It's fun. We've got a lot of other wonderful auction items. I think we'll start definitely through social media, starting to put those out. The ones we've got all confirmed. We've got another week or so where we're kind of tidying up everything. But we have lots of great opportunities, everything from food to experiences to electronics to health, beauty, spa. I mean, just a real plethora.
That's awesome.
The district gives us a lot of fun stuff like Superintendent for the Day and Mayor Marl's giving us Mayor for the Day. And so we're using a lot of community opportunities as well. And then so many of our sponsors and so many local businesses are just so incredibly generous.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe the things that I was silent auctioning on.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody loves Michigan sports, but you got like a couple of coaches are donating some really cool things. You know, the food's got down on the field for a Michigan football game, VIP tickets, the whole like a recruit experience. The Congress, the tour of the
DC tour,
amazing. The White House.
Yeah, it's like I said, the generosity is just always amazing. But you know, I always want to say thank you so much to not only our donors, our corporate sponsors, but to all our volunteers. Because other than me in this role, which was brand new 3 years ago as an executive director, it was fully volunteer run, and we still have about 150 what I would call active volunteers, entirely volunteer board that's absolutely phenomenal to work with, that I'm so appreciative of. So it's an exciting time to be a part of the foundation for sure.
Awesome. Well, thanks very much for joining us, and thanks for being with us today, Annherst. And from the best little town in Michigan, we will see you next time. Thanks very much.
Thank you.